Come on, guy. Move. SM18, possibly. Oh my god, what is going on here? What is this? There's literally passengers falling from the sky and climbing out the pavement. Well, tell them not to cut this anymore. Oi! Get off that! Get off that tree! I just put a no cut on that, you scumbag. I'll have your tail for that, you scumbag. Yeah, you're being fired now, pal. How do you like that? Unbelievable. I'm sorry, boss, I didn't get the order. Mm-hmm. Oh! Wrong button. That's the danger with having a baseball bat on a hotkey.
Did you just hit the patient?
Yep. I've now got a bruised knee. I presume we now go and get the stuff and put it on the boat somewhere. Oh, here we go. How is that going to fit on here? No way is this going to fit on here. Okay. Oh my god, what's going on with his arms? Cartboard, cargo too large. Wait, did the game lie to me? Okay. I appear to be underwater whilst holding some cargo. How do we get back on the shore? He's a great swimmer. Can we get back up? There we go. There he is. I see you can't find a scumbag when you want one. There's one. Right, somebody just attacked me. Hey, I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Keep absolutely still. Suspicion's based on movement.
Where'd he go? I can't see him anymore.
While you're down there, Paul, if you could grab a couple of pieces of silver.
Down where? I've just gone up.
I can't remember where it was.
Hey, I'm not moving. You can't attack me when I'm not moving. It's like I put glasses on. You can't hit me. Zombie.
Up.
Why'd you shoot Barney? He literally shot the security guard in the head.
What's that walking towards you?
Oh, hang on. Looks like some kind of crab. It's a three-legged crab. Oh, he looks very excited or happy. Yeah, you're on Twitch. Well done. Hello. Yeah. He's really happy about it. He's like, woohoo. I can boogie. Brilliant. Well, I suppose if you have a lot of wind turbines and they're isolated from something else, it probably will trigger it. But 10,000 divided by max 300 is 33.33. How will I build 0.33 of a turbine, Captain Flint? You know, there's a timeout button right next to your name. I can see it. And my mouse is not that far away. Am I being pups now? No, I'd shout at you if I was being pups.
Do you want a timeout? Do you? Do you want a timeout? Do you, mate?
You can almost see him in your face.
Do you want a timeout?
No, Ken's in there. He's got a stiff neck.
So Ken's got a stiff neck. I can fix that.
I reckon he has.
I can fix that. Where is he? that sorted his neck right out.
Yeah, and they're happy about it, look. You want some, Fred? The thing is, when you're in your base doing stuff, he's out here just bashing your tadpole. Knock him to the surface, and then he'll drown. Whoa!
Whoa!
Did he just get pinged?
Yes!
He did. He just got yeeted. That is brilliant. He just went like a kilometre south.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. As if. So Dave has upper arm pain and swelling, which according to Gemini means he's a zombie. Feeling better, Dave? There you go. You're cured! Yeah, indeed. Hello, Adam. Because my press-up technique is definitely an educational thing.
Huh? Did Mrs. Screw walk in at the right moment then?
I just said I'll do 10. If they do give me 10 subs, I'll do press-ups. See, he knows I won't get past 2.
No, Benner.
Right, Benner. I'm doing it, Benner.
Disappears off screen. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
4, 5. Oh boy.
That's 10. Thank you for the squirrel gifts, guys. Good morning, happy Sunday, I think it is today. Thought we'd carry on with some Timberborn today. I've just been starting to build out a little warehouse over here. Just trying to figure out the pathing. You might just actually extend that all the way through there. Like that. Do it that way. Probably get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Put that in there. Just gotta get up here now. Correct, it's not Monday. Will be soon. Alright, just need to get up here now. How do you want to do that? Good morning, Ollie Cats. Right. Now, the reason we're building a lot of storage here is because there's a station here now. So I'm thinking, we start pulling resources to a central hub, they can get fired off quite easily. Rather than it all sitting over here. That was my thinking, so we can have a more hub situation down here. So when you want to build down there, we can just tube over there. Do need to get some tubes going up here somewhere, but that's not an urgent project. Are we still looking for that 0.333 of a wind turbine? Well, there are no wind turbines on this one. It's all done by steam power. It's all done by these things. Wouldn't mind a grav battery at some point. We definitely need more water because our water's being consumed by the beavers and by these things because they take water to make steam. So, yeah. And the annoying thing about the water in the IronTeeth is you have to... It needs manpower or beaver power to do it. And we don't have bots. We're a long way off bots. So we have to pump it manually, which means you need more beavers. And we're already short on beavers. So it's a bit annoying. No, Chris won't turn up today. I guarantee Chris won't turn up today because we've got Steam. 3 different games in one weekend. Well, one was trying out a new game, one was finishing off a game from a month ago, and this is continuing our IronTeeth build, so yeah. So there's that, and then there's bigger picture stuff around dealing with all this bad water. I really, really, really want to get down here and sort this out. I really want to block this off. Because that, what's the thing? That bad water source there is pumping bad water that way, which I don't mind. But I want it to stop going this way. Because this way is mixing with our nice water here. What's that? Is that another one? That's mixing with the blue stuff. And that is a problem, because that would all be blue water if it wasn't for that. I think this is just a dead end. Yeah, it is. That's just a pocket of bad water. Well, I don't know if I want to block it completely, because that water flows... Actually, what does this go? Is that a source? Oh, okay, there's one there. Actually, the whole thing's dead end. So is that the one that feeds my... Yeah, that's the one that feeds our bad water. Okay, yeah, alright. So really, we want to be blocking that one off. We don't want this one. So the question is, how do we do that efficiently? It looks like we could more or less detonate down there, wait for a drought, and then block it off. We have access to these tiles already, I think. So we could start laying dynamite here. What if we dynamite all the way down 2 squares here? Do you think that water will come up? And if it did come up, it would just flow off the map anyway, wouldn't it? No, it would. Yes, it would. It would flow off the map even if it pressured up. So we can then... Yeah, cool, let's do that. So now we're going to find the right squares to drill. To these 2 here. Or any of these 2. I think it's that one. We take a double stick. That looks alright, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Can't reach that one, so it might need a little platform or something. So we're going to need to get down there anyway, may as well have a staircase. It's a bit of a long trip over here. You currently playing Folk Tales on this map, first time using them since version 0.6. Blimey. Yeah, this is my first time properly playing the IronTeeth, so it's a bit of an adjustment. Good fun, though. Right, where's the nearest tube? Here. I would like to get... We've got a tube to here. It would be nice to get a tube, perhaps, into this area. This is the main... You know, this is the main logging. What are we going to do with this area? It's very green, so I think we'll probably use it. It's worth building a tube over here. How's our scrap metal? Our scrap metal is very, very low. Why is our scrap metal so low? We're getting it from here. This is not far off run out, is it? I have to think about the next metal supply. I think we said, because the next one's like over here, which is really far away. There's a massive one here. If we can actually get a tube network from that to over here, we can shift that metal quickly. Do have a footpath through here now, which is a lot easier. You can also tunnel through there. Just detonate that. Tunnel it straight through. Build a little outpost. One day it's the one they harvest now. What do you mean, Ions? Where's the metal... the actual metal mine thing? One here. Crikey, they are really far apart on the map. Look at this. They've put one in this corner. They've put a metal mine in this corner. One all the way down in this corner. They literally put them in the four corners of the map. There's just no metal, main metal supply in the middle. That is horrendous. Yeah, this is a heck of a walk for them. Oh, come on, dude. You're going to finish them off before bed? Really? Unconnected building. Okay. It's fine. Need to start thinking about getting the happiness up as well. My wheelchair is fixed. I can sit up and watch you now. J-Bad's nice. Right, how much was it to build the tubes again? One metal, 2 planks. Yeah, our plank production is really bad. I have a lot of logs, but hardly any planks. It's weird because the gear machines are turned off. So why is that? Here we go. Someone's contacted me on Discord using your name and picture. The account looks very suspicious, though. Was it you? That's the third person this weekend to say that. Zogbit, no, it's not me. If you could please report them on Discord for impersonation, that would be great. You can tell if it's me because of the Discord name is unique. So if it says squirrel in lowercase, that's me. But trust me, I haven't reached out to you. We need a lot more plank machines, I think. Hey, Kelly. The name has random numbers and stuff. Yeah. At least you're alert to the signs, right? But I suspect there are people out there that fall for it. And then who knows what happens. Right, we'll have one of these. Or, let's see, what do we want to store here? Some... gears. We don't need resin here. Save them for later. Come to Australia for a Sunday roast. It's a bit far. I could go to Dave's up in Derby for a Sunday roast. Appreciate the offer, though. This could get interesting. Oh, there it comes. Is this where I begin to regret my decision? It should leave the map. It will fill that sector and then push over it and then drop out the map, I think. As soon as there's a drought, we can get down there. Might be useful to have some more stuff sorted out so we can get down there more easily. Is bad water just bad, or can you do something with it later? So you use it to make explosives for one. Yeah, if your beavers go in it, they'll get contaminated. If your beavers drink it, they'll get very ill. But I don't think they will drink it. But it'll kill your crops. Oh, it's going out that way. Okay. It'll kill your crops, and it creates this blight. You see this kind of look on the landscape, so you can't grow anything in that area. So it's all about controlling it, as is most of the game, to be honest. It's all about controlling the good water and the bad water. But what we've done there is basically open a hole so that we can get down here. So the next time this is the bad water source. The next time there's a drought, we're going to get down here and block this off. I think I might have over-exploded though. Where's the water flowing? Oh, it's just flowing upwards. Yeah, as soon as there's actually we could do it now, couldn't we? Can we just drop a levee down there now? Yeah, you can also use it. You can use its flow for mechanical power. That's the other thing you can do. Wait a minute, how many blocks is it? It's only one block high, isn't it? That flow there is one block high. So if I put a fill valve there, I can effectively cut it off. Put it on maximum flow for now. Now, they're going to have to stand in the water to build that block, but get rid of these. Have to stand in the water to build that, but we've got decontamination things, so we can get rid of that quickly. Lots of Aussies in chat, yeah. It's that time of day. The early start. You've made it big enough to get imitated. Yeah. I don't see it as a good thing. Mostly because these bad actors don't impersonate me in a good way. They're usually impersonating me for all the wrong reasons. Either to spread vicious rumors about me, or to deceive somebody into whatever, giving away money or something. You can't. We could build a platform and stand on it. Absolutely. There you go. Let's just sorted that out. So now that water is flowing that way. It can't come up anymore because of the fill valve. And what we could now do is completely shut that off. And that little box will pressurize. This will stop flowing. And that's good because we can open that up later if we want to use it for something. But now all of this will just start to drain away. So we just need to wait. That'll evaporate. And the blight from here will disappear. Cool. So I've controlled a little bit more of the map. Now, the next thing that's probably going to blow up is going to be these guys here. And I don't know if they blow up separately or at the same time. This one I'm not concerned about. Is there anything underneath? Nope. This one will just create a hole here, but we've already dealt with it with this thing. This one will open up that blockage. If this could go into here, it would go through, but it can't. So the only other thing would happen is what could come back this way? And the answer is nothing, because we've got it all completely gated off. So effectively, I'm not worried about those bombs anymore. Once that goes off, we could get down there and do something with that channel if you want to. This is a good flow, so we could use this flow for power. Maybe control it a bit better because it kind of takes this crisscrossing path. Like, if we was to shut that flow off there, we'd get a lot better flow this way, I think. Or vice versa. We could shut it off this way and get the better flow that way. That's how I want to do it. Could you build large water wheels undergoing in the bad water tunnels underground? No, because the water wheels are a bit high. Like, do you mean the large power wheel? Like this? Oh, that one, that one. They have to be built 2 blocks above the water, and then I think they need 1, 2, 3 blocks of clearance. So if you built 5 blocks high, then yes, in theory, but you've still got to power network that out somehow. There's a lot of work to do that underground. Vrome, thank you for 140 months.
66666 years of subscribe.
Thank you, Vrome. Where's this coming from? Yeah, this is our main pool of water that we're already deriving some power from. So that flows all the way under here and then pops up there. And we use that to power the explosives factory. I was thinking about trying to save the clean water currently being used for the stream. I mean, this could be made more efficient once that's been detonated. We could go and blow that up now, to be honest. We could put a piece of dynamite next to it and just get rid of it. In fact, I might just do that. I might just put one here. And one here. And we'll just control the explosion ourselves, rather than wait for it to happen. And then maybe I'll just channel this a bit. Get some nice power here. Thing is, we've got a bit of power here, and all of our power's over here. And to get our power from this flow here to that there is going to be a bit of a tall order, to say the least. Oh, that's interesting. See, now that's shut off, this is slowly starting to empty this way. It's mixing down here now. But now this water's very much winning that fight. If we could get here, we could just dump that water. It's a long, deep explosives, though. Just thinking we could dump that water out there. Yeah, this here should start to drain now. That should drain downwards into this lot. And that level should gradually deplete. If we could control this flow here, we could stop this and let this just drain away. And then turn that back on. And we'd have fresh water. What'd be really good is to try and get that water supply going upwards and flood this area with fresh water. Looks like it's got natural drain points. Yeah, that's all part of that. Have to detonate down here somewhere, and we can flood this whole valley with fresh water. Could do a pressure shaft. What do you mean by a pressure shaft? I'm thinking we explode our way down to here, then we put some fill valves into here. That would send the water up. Yeah, we can control it then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we allow the water to flow up, it will then fill this area. It'll flow into this valley. It'll drop into this, which will flow out that way. So all this will have flowing water on it. If we put a dam there, or somewhere here, it would then back up and come this way. We can just get water into this area, basically. You don't need to detonate. Why not? The dead end actually goes up. What? It doesn't. I have to detonate down to here, don't I? I don't want to go in the bad water, if that's what you mean. I'm thinking here. Do that instead. Grubby, I'm aware that the bad water, I'm aware that it comes up on a shaft here. Yeah? I'm aware that it comes up there. That's currently draining down. But I don't want to get into that water to walk around here, because we'll get contaminated. It's much easier to just detonate down here, put the fill valve in, shut it off. This will then drain away. Now, problem we have is getting the beavers over here, because that's a long way from home. A very long way. Good news is there's trees on the way. If you block off the tunnel upstream, you clear all the bad water out. We could explode behind the bad water source to make it leave, but that would involve 2 squares going down 1, 2, 3 at least. And there's no real benefit to doing it because we're going to get rid of the water anyway. All right, let's put a couple of these. Was the thing you mentioned the other day that supposedly keeps bad water rubbing even through a drought? Oh, the bad water running. That was the unique to the IronTeeth, wasn't it? That one, the bad water discharge. So that seals the bad water source, but then you can, even when you're in a drought, you can allow it to flow. So that one is particularly useful for power. Because with that one, you could keep bad water coming, even when there's a drought, which means your power keeps going. Other than that, limited. Oh, I just built the wrong one. We're better with explosives. Right, explosive planks and logs. That's what we need. Then we'll put down a lumberjack flag here. I'll get that cut initially. Shouldn't the logs be supplied instead of obtained? Yes and no. Yes, they will be, but initially just to get some stuff built. Probably not, but having said that, yeah, I think we'll put it on supply once these are up and running. Okay, and then over here, we'll have a footpath. And once the water is flowing out of here, we're going to want a dam here. Perhaps build it back here. No worries, Sky Spanner. And we're probably going to want something here to control this flow as well. Okay. A double like that, maybe. Okay, that'll let us box this off. Right, how are we doing? Water's on 1.1k. Planks are building up. Scrap metal. That nearly gone. No, got plenty. Got about 100 scrap metal left. We're going to have to start making provisions for another scrap metal. Do we go that one? Or this one? Probably this one. An efficient mine is 4,000 science. Wait a minute. Isn't that completely different to the Folktales mine? If I'm reading this correctly, you need treated planks to get scrap metal. Oh my god. Wow. The Folktale mine, doesn't it just dig out scrap metal? Well, if you want it, there's two different recipes. You think Folktale's the same? Was he? I don't remember that. Honestly, don't remember that. It's still treated plank. Blimey. Given we're over here, this might be a better option. Right, if we extend our station to here somewhere, that'll allow it to branch off that way and also come this way. I must admit, the Folktale zipline is way more convenient to build. I think we're going to have to increase the population, you know. How many free beds have we got? 12. See, if you set the population of 100, about 10% of it is always kids. So really, that's only 90 workers. Let's turn the 3D printers on. Chef Marty, thank you for a year. I don't know if I can easily get a tube from here out there. See, if there's one thing the zipline's good for, it's traversing elevation. Because, like, the zipline, you build the stations, but you don't build anything in between. It's just a wire. Whereas with the tubes, you have to build every single tube along the way, so your entire line has to be built out with platforms and support, thus making it way more intensive to build. In that regard, folktales are a lot easier. I might just blast through here. We send the tube through there. We could split the tube. One goes that way to the metal. One comes back this way to this area. Use the advanced clone pod. I should really do that, shouldn't I? Hang on. District. No. Where was the clone pod again? Housing. 1,000 science, treated planks and metal. Okay. Let's do that. Is it the same size? Yes. Nice little tubes that you can build the next segment from within the tube, so no need for double paths. You mean you can branch off, Grubby Zebra? Is that what you mean? You know, I might as well get rid of all this. It's just pointless. They're traversing down this footpath here to bring all this metal back. And because they're going through water, it's a lot slower. That scrap metal will be gone soon, so we won't need to do much with that. Right, let's detonate this. No, let's detonate this. Controlled explosion. Right, so that goes through here, which is currently completely cut off. But once we pressurize this, we could let water through here. I think we'd probably want a way to control that. Okay, we'll let him build that before we detonate that one. When they build a tube piece, you can build the next piece in line from that with the existing tube. The zip lines you have to build past to get to the next tower location. Yes, that's true. That's very true. But building a path between one station and the next is a lot easier than building a whole load of tube. But I get what you're saying. They build it as they're going along. Where does that go? Interesting. Still like the zip lines better. I think I'm in that camp. The drought's approaching. In 3 days. That's how we're getting on. No little... He's almost ready to go. How are you set for bad tides? We're fine. We are fine. No problemo. There we go. He started chewing them. Didn't anticipate the mailing off this map, but really made for a bad few cycles. Yes. Yeah, we managed to...
Flops in hello adorable people and finest Paul.
Alessia, thank you for tier 2, 87 months. We managed to avoid anything particularly bad with bad tides. We had a couple of mistakes, but we mostly got there. Okay, so they've cleared that. So what I'm thinking is... Tubeway. Can we redraw that footpath under that? Yes, perfect. Right, so we've got that project on the go. And then we've got the other projects on the go over here. I really need them workers to be built. 17 vacancies. This is horrendous. I like that you can build the tube entirely underground and come up through the bottom of stations. Yeah. Yeah, it's two completely different ways of doing it, but they both have the pros and cons for sure. Tell you, just keeping up with this water supply is terrible. Okay, right. Berries and extract. Let's do them ASAP. We have some more 3D pods over here, don't we? Get rid of that one. I have 7 injured beavers. I'm trying to work out how they've got injured. We do have med bays, which are here with nobody in them. Don't know why they've got injured, to be honest. That's not going to help things at all, is it? Yeah, we'll put the hospital on the people's roofs. I know lots of work has a chance of injury, but we're not really doing anything super dangerous at the moment. So I'm trying to work out why. Once he's cut through there, that will be linked. Our metal and plank supply is going down. Right, so I think we can have a station here somewhere. Explosives factories have a big risk for beavers. Yeah, Yeah, but I mean, I'm used to having 1 or 2 beavers because maybe they work in there, but we was on 8 then. I don't know why we've had 8 injured beavers. Okay, now I just need to figure out how they're going to get there. Right, outside the station, we should probably have a little bit of food and water. Right, drought's almost upon us. Now, what I don't know is if all the gates are set up for droughts properly. This is where I worry about this water level. There's not a lot of water there. We could think about deepening this reservoir. Phil, thank you for 140 months, sir. Hope you're well, Phil. Nothing to do in range. Okay. You need to now relocate. Wait, did you see this beaver? He just like ran across here. He didn't run down the path. He literally ran across this. There's quite a bit of construction going on right now. We're almost out of all of our metal and planks now because of all that station building. Not good. Not desperate for them. I think that's all of them. I think they're now on the full-blown back to tanks. Little 3D printers. Advanced breeding pod. I do think our water's slowly trending downwards. Need something to monitor this level, actually. Wasn't it a decoration for a little water stick? There we go. Let's put that in there. So I can see what the level's at. Did you see Timberborn 1.1 news? Stats are coming. Yeah. So basically the guy who develops one of the mods I use, this one, Good Statistics, that mod was built by one of the devs, and that is coming into the base game. So you get all these like trending stats in the base game, which is good news because it should have been in there in the first place, but I'm glad they're doing it. How can you have nothing to do? You finished that already? In that case, cut everything. Yeah, we're going to have to wait before we build any more stations because that has severely depleted the metal and plank supply. So I think food is okay. Water, I think we need to be pumping more water, but then we can, I think we're more or less ready to get a higher population. I'll have to trash some of these. Even metal is infinite. No, it's infinite? Almost. Like, you start off by getting this lot. That's where you get your metal. And then later on, when all that's gone, because that is finite, that is your infinite supply. But to get that, you need to build one of these, which requires treated planks and extract. So although the metal supply is infinite, you've got to give it, well, logs and pinewood resin and extract from bad water. And you could easily get yourself into a death spiral if you're not careful. Like if you run out of logs, that's it. You're not going to get any more metal. Breeding halted. Nice. So we've hit our... So we should see fewer and fewer children now, shouldn't we? They should just all go to full adults. Mine's a dangerous place to work. Better have bot production first. Right now, we're doing all right for vacancies now. Since we have more adults, we can actually fulfill all the jobs. And that station, I think, is online. Yes. Cool. So we just sped up travel from the base to over here now. Which is lovely. Which is not far from a new scrap metal mine. Because this other one is gonna run out shortly, I think. I don't think there's much point in having that lying around anymore. As fast as that's being mined, it's being sent off. Either way, it's going to be quicker to get this, because to get that scrap metal, they had to wade through water. At least they can just walk across to this one. Get that ready. Atomic Junkie, thank you for subbing with Prime. Welcome. The children yearn for the mines. We've got one child now. 8 spare beds. They haven't built that yet. What's going on here? Where the heck has that come from? Low water level? No, can't be. Water level low. Oh, I know why. It's because of an extended drought. Yeah, so this is what I was saying about this area not being particularly deep. That was weird because that looked like bad water to me, not low water. So yeah, we need a better water supply. I think we can get one now. We're going to have this under control shortly. Not before time. So we need to work out how we're going to get this fresh water here once it starts flowing. Actually, I'm not convinced that bad water can drain away. We might actually have to get up there and sort that out. Somebody wants to realise that the pumps turn water red when they reach their end. I never knew that, Armin. That's really strange to me. Yeah, we're going to get better control of this water supply business. We are going to need more water in this area potentially. So what level is that going to come out at here? The water comes out. So once that pressured water comes, it's going to come to this level. So it can at least fill. Be careful that we don't flood the place. It's going to flow down here. It's going to flow along here. As long as it can escape, it'll be fine. But we could use it to back pressure and fill this, couldn't we? But it's here we want to get the water into this lot. I still think we're going to have to access this, I think. I think that's going to be a solution here. I did say we wasn't going to do anything with this, but I think we have to. I think we have to start using this dam here to put water into here, because this isn't lasting long enough. And this one, I think, we can probably top up with this new water supply. Well, pumps are one thing, but it's not called pressure for no reason. I think we can use the water pressure to our favour. I think we can channel the water. I think we can channel it into here. And then use it to fill that, which then in turn fills that. Like, this is the crucial part, isn't it? This is where all of our food production and drinking is. And you can see the problem. I don't think they should have coloured it that colour. That's crazy to me. Measurement 0.03. Yeah, because the water's super low. Basically, we just had was it a 6 or a 7 day drought, and we only just survived it. And I mean, only just survived it. Look, the crop's starting to turn. It says contaminated. What? How can it be contaminated just because there's a lack of water? That doesn't make any sense. It's almost like this thing starts to pump bad water into the river. That's insane. Okay, this is a bit of an emergency now. Yeah, we're going to have to basically make this happen quickly. We're not going to survive the next drought otherwise. Looks like some bad water that was diluted in the pump but sucked in the good water, increasing the concentration. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I don't get how that bad water got there at all. Yeah, that was definitely a shot across the bow, that one. That was close. They were close to running out of water then. I'm definitely going to start channeling this. Oh, what's going on there now? Yeah. Yeah, basically, this bad water has no outlet because it requires pressure to push it out of here. So if we want to empty all this bad stuff out of here, we're going to have to get down here and tap out the map or something. That's the only way. You can see it like refilling this now.
Just want to say that I did follow up on your advice and started a new gameplay. That said, I played this all week instead of preparing for the exams I had, but oh well, can't have them all I guess. I've also passed the exams.
Oh, well, there you go, Armin. You can multitask and you've got the skills, mate. Never in doubt. I thought you were going to say it was my fault then that you didn't pass your exams. Okay, that can't be far off being the bottom there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the moment we open that, I think the water's going to come gushing up here. And we're not going to be easily be able to control it. We're going to have to put fill valves down and then stick levees on top, which will block it off again, and then drill down here so that then the fill valve becomes useful. Is how that's going to work. Right, is scrap metal still going? Yep. Oh, look. Oh, look, explodes in 10 days. Maybe it explodes sooner. Hmm. I could have actually detonated that in the drought. I think I was distracted by the lack of water. These guys have needed all these trees. 4 vacancies? Blimey. Not that for a while. That's 4 people that could be pumping water, and that's what that is. This seems like a good place for a well to me. My only concern is the walk I have. There's a nice deep water supply, though. Hang on, what are the other pumps on? Right, that will give us a bit more water and take up those vacancies. Maybe we'll start building our water up to full now. How are we doing here? I'm going to save this, because this could blow up in our face, quite literally. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Right, get the full valves in, boys. Of course, I've just gone and done this as we go into our night time, which means they won't do that till the morning, at which point the whole map will be flooded. So, GG, boys. Oh, it's all green. Well, I guess we'll find out what it's going to do. It should just flow off the map. Thing is, I think it's going to have a weird effect on the water table, because the moment it's flowing down here, it's now also coming up here, but it's flowing along, and then it takes some of this bad water with it, and you can see it's gradually flushing the bad water out there. That's its only escape route right now. So all of this stuff is kind of gradually diluting. Apart from this little dead end, this is a pain. Once we get the fill valve installed. There you go, looks like it's settled down. We'll say that's unlimited. And then we want levies on top. That will basically shut it off from coming out here. And then the next step is to detonate down here. Because that will be the water escape point. On a triple dynamite, because I haven't unlocked it yet, because it's like 1200 science. I could unlock it. I'm just being lazy, aren't I? Alright. We'll do triples. I've never liked the fact the yes button's on the right. That, you know what I mean? Like when you try and, if I was to try and build that, it says, do you want to do this, yes or no? And I'm always used to an OK button being here and a cancel button being here. That's like been a Windows thing since Windows 3.1, like OK, cancel. And for some reason they put yes on the right-hand side. And it always throws me. Nobody asked no or yes, exactly. Do you want to unlock this? No or yes? Hey? Right, now my vision for this is to have like a 2-channel thing through there. Got 2 there, we want 2 here ultimately. And then like a staging area for the water to drop into. So I have to levy this up basically, because what the heck? What the heck? What's going on? Is that just a surge? Water level low. Yeah, that's why I didn't have it on a high mount in the first place. Okay, stop. Why the heck has that suddenly surged? Okay, what's going on? Something's going on with the water table here. The settings of the dam when we were on low water earlier. This should be letting water through to 0.85, right? So it comes through to 0.85 into here, flows around to here, and then this one says current measurement 0.81. If you're less than 0.7, turn on. It's currently turned off. The thing is about this is I need to control the flow of it. I need the throttling valve. I think we need the throttling valve just on this side so that when the water's allowed to come through, it's throttled. so it doesn't flood the area. So this is a lot of water. Maybe we have to let some of it out. Because they're going to cry about not being able to build that. Flow 1 cubic meter per second. Is that high? I don't know. Added bonus. Do you need the gates and the throttle? Yes, because the gates are going to control the level. The throttle will control the flow. Because right now, what's happening is, if the water level drops here and this thing turns on and goes, I need more water, right? It sends a signal to the gate and the gate just opens down to whatever level we've set here. Now, ideally, I want this to be quite low because this is priority. But then what happens is the gate opens and the water comes gushing through and it floods this area. So the throttle will then slow it down. So the gate will open, but then it will come through at a controlled rate. And then it'll fill up and then the gate will close. So I think, I don't know if there's like one that does both of them. Both a flow and a limit. But I don't think there is, so I think we need both. If you automate the throttle, you can specify the opening closing speed. How do we specify the opening closing speed? It's just on off. You've got what do you want it on and what do you want it off? I don't know where you get the speed from. Oh, the throttle valves have these. Oh, do they? Hang on. Yeah, how does that help though? Flow limit on, flow limit. Ooh, so you don't need these at all. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we'll look at that in a sec. Let's get it built and then we'll look at that because it looks like you can control the flow. You need field gates to control the level downstream as you don't need the level sensor. What's a field gate? Is that in touch with its emotions? How are we getting on? Right, you boys can stop doing this. Get on with that. So my plan is, I'm going to detonate these two sectors here. Then we're going to put fill valves here. So we've got fill valves there. We're going to have fill valves here. So we can then control the input and the output. So if we want water to flow through, we can. If we want it to come up, we can. And if we don't want anything through because it's a bad water event, we can just do that. In fact, on a bad water event, we're just going to open both of this and just let it all go straight through. Or just block it completely. You made me spit my tea out. How's the scrap metal doing? Nice. New supply is online. We have 4 unemployed. Have we got our new pumps online? Building isn't connected to a district, right? Come on, guys. Everything's high priority. Do it all. Now, I do want to build this structure here. The problem I've got is allowing the beavers to get up and down through here, because we kind of need to put a wall there now, and on this side. We have to build a wall through there and through here. We're going to have to injure some beavers, I think. Have to change that access point to here. Would be a project we could create a separate channel off that water source and place some water wheels and use regular and bad water flow as power. I'm trying to get drinking water for this one. I'd rather use bad water for power if possible and control it with a what's it called? A discharge, which means we can have continuous power from bad water. But right now, the problem I'm solving is the one of drinking water, because we nearly ran out of water in the last drought. And that did not fill me with happiness. Don't need to wall all the way through, drop the water straight down into the current wall. What I'm thinking of doing... Actually, this isn't going to work. I have to go to here, not there. Demolish this. 1 second. In fact, cancel that. Demolish that. Dig a channel. What do you mean? I'm going to drop it into an area, but I need to control the drop. I mean, we could excavate this out and drop it into that, but I think I'd rather elevate it a bit so we get more storage as well. Like if we build vertical wall, we've got plenty of logs, haven't we? 1.7k of logs, so we can build levees and just hold it and have a big container of water here, which flows out. You can use the 1x platforms to remove thorns and reduce injured beavers. Wait, are you telling me if they stand on a platform next to the thorns, they don't get hurt as much than if they stand next to the thorns? That doesn't make any sense. I know they can remove the thorns from above, I get that, but how does that reduce injury? How does removing thorns from above reduce injury versus removing thorns from the side of it? I don't get that. They're not building this. What are they building? We have 14 unemployed. Is that because we're not making 550 gears? 60 pine resin. Because they'd be standing away from the thorns using long range hammer. Yeah, there's no logic really, is there? Metal storage is nearly full. We need to do something about that. Where's our metal storage? That's the point of a beaver colony game. Yeah, but come on. If you're taking thorns down in your garden, how does, like, hovering over them help you? I forgot about this unstable core. What if you tunnel straight down from just inside the upper dam to the level of the lower water, then horizontal and out? If you tunnel straight down from the just inside the upper dam to the level of the lower water. You mean tunnel from the inside here and then put a floodgate out the bottom? I think we could. I think there's something in what you're saying there. I think we might be able to make that work. I have to be careful to put the fill valves in before we allow the water through. But as long as we can get inside here, which we can allow them to do it. Probably an easier project. Okay, I think we'll start by doing that. I found like they're all very, very busy doing nothing right now. This is a bit weird. Hmm. I need some large industrial pile storage. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to build a beaver's hut in a sec. Build us up. Right. What do we have? We have the main district, we have a builder's hut, and then another builder's hut. We have a hauling post, which is on high priority. How do we know if we need more haulers or more builders? Like, what stat can we look at to say whether to build another hauling post or whether to build another building hut? For you, your haulers hut is for unemployed beavers. I think you need one to be high priority. We'll make that a normal or a low. Right, now we're getting over here. Jeez, that's taking a long time. This is what they're busy doing. They're busy building this. You gotta haul them logs all that way. If I say obtain priority, well, at least we get the haulers moving stuff nearby. The what, sorry? The third builder hut on low? I've got these on that. This one, I kind of feel like we do need more beavers, if I'm honest. More builders. I might put it on normal. So if, at a pinch, we can sacrifice some builders. I love this. What's not safe about having a fire on somebody's roof? Somebody's wooden building roof. Yeah, I'm going to need to let somebody in over here so we can detonate this at some point. One, two, three. So 3 would drop it perfectly. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is basically put this, get this down one, and then tunnel through, and then put fill valves here, and then once that's all in place, detonate this, and the water will drop into the fill valve and channel along here. That's the idea. Safety third. It's taking a long time to build this lot. So maybe they don't need any of this now. Oh, now he turns up to get rid of it. Right, water supply is going up. That's nice. Berries are completely full. Unstable core. It's about to go. Do you know what? I might detonate it just to annoy the game. Ha! I got there first. Okay, so not really affected us too much. It's just going to sit there and eventually that'll evaporate away. Going to spoil the flow a little bit, but no biggie. Yes, I feel like this could be a long power run at some point. Then I think this is fed from that pool, isn't it? Yeah, look. So this big pool is what flows through here and around. And during a drought, this does get dry because it doesn't come up from here. The main supply for this is here, is it? There it is. That comes up and it goes that way. Which fills that. So, yeah, if we cut that off, we can cut this off here at some point. It will stop that from filling. And then maybe we can start using that. Because that is a big valley. You can fill that with water. That is a big valley of water. That'd be kind of nice, actually. You can place the fill valve up. They control the level that's... What? You can place the fill valve up. I'm not sure I understand your sentence, though. You can place it 20 levels up and control the level any level from 1 to 20. You mean the drop? You're talking about dropping water down? Is that what you mean? Started to build this. Don't set up your automation incorrectly and then come back to no food. Were mistakes made there, Tootsie? That's a new subway route. Well, they can get from here to here. And they can also get to here. And now they can get to here. So, we're kind of getting there. I need more than 100 storage of metal blocks, though. Right, that's going to have metal blocks in it. It's going to be a supply point. This one, I don't know yet. Maybe treated planks. actually, yeah. 220. We'll make that the place for metal. The relay in 1.1 can have up to 8 inputs. Whoa! I know they mentioned in their little article. I remember reading about more logic gates and stuff and the relay, but I didn't realize you can have 8 inputs. That's crazy. Now then, who doesn't want to get hurt? Where's that beaver gone? He's cutting that tree down. No, one turned up. No, one turned... Literally, every time I go to press the button, the beaver just comes down the staircase. I'll just wait till bedtime. Throttles are done. Nice. So now we should be able to put this. If we start off, that's automated on home water level low. So if that was automated on home water level low, then flow limit, when the home water level's low, then we want you to reaction speed. That's nice and slow. I don't know what's a high number.
Oh, hastily Paul and chat. How dare you play a game with a steam engine in it? Now I'll have to stop watching.
Chris, mate. Oh, why do you have to turn up, Chris? I literally said, I guarantee you won't be here. And then what do? You turn up. Make me look like an idiot. Unbelievable. Yes, it's got steam engines in it. You shouldn't be here, Chris. What a scumbag. Throttling valve, hang on. If this is off, we want the flow to be 0. Okay, so in theory, we can now turn off the automation of that one. Drop the height completely. And let the throttle valve deal with it. And they're now defunct. That is letting half a cubic meter of water through. Oh, I do like this throttle valve. This is quite nice, isn't it? It's like a more complicated floodgate. It's like, instead of just being on-off, it's on, and then whatever flow you want. Or off. And we can close at not like snappy speeds as well. Leave the gate height to have a minimum height for the swim pool. Well, the thing is, I mean, the one thing this will do, one thing that we could still use this for is to make sure some water's back up here. Like if you left that, say there, it would, because this will just keep emptying until that's gone. Whereas this one will actually say, I'm going to stop and just keep a bit of water back. So let me just detonate this before. Oh, don't you come here. Go away, go away, go away. Oh, you nutter. Oh, you don't. Oof. I thought he was going to cross that then. We had dead beavers on our hands. Okay, so now we need to put some platforms back so we can actually get down there. No, you really do need to build these quickly, lads. And then... Right, so if we put fill valves here, or here, doesn't really matter where. Once that's all tunneled out, then once those detonations go through, it's just a matter of taking one more block out. Maybe valves near the exits is more accessible. Yeah, we could do. Just going to make sure we tunnel through enough. That always freaks me out about tunnels. With tunnels, they set the dynamite off themselves, and so you hear these explosions, you're like, wait, what? What's that? Aha, they blocked that off. Nice. Metal gone. Oh, 8 pieces of scrap metal left. I can start emptying this lot, I think. Time to move out. Can make the upper dam nice and deep too. What you mean this one? Yes, in theory we can. We can channel that out, can't we? And it'll be filled from this. Now, I do want to save it before I set this off. Perfect. Right. So 1, 2, 3. Crikey, that is deep. Is that right? Another 3? Blimey. Don't think they're going to be able to put this down here. Yep. That's annoying. Yeah, I mean, we could have built an overhang, but we'll just let them go. It's fine. Is that scrap metal thing working okay? Appears to be. Okay, we've got a good supply of... Oh, no, we don't. Oh, we had a good supply of metal. I think we must have used it. I was going to say we could start building another tube thing over to here. Oh, we've got a drought before we've got this done. Oh, that's unfortunate timing. Actually, we might still be okay because I think we can use this water. We'll have this water to draw on. That was a quick cycle between droughts. I think the one after this will be a bad water. Yeah, suspension bridge would have worked. You nearly need to get this done quickly. What will happen? You see how I've got some explosives here? If I tunnel underneath the explosives, they'll be okay, won't they? They should be okay. I hope they're okay. Because we can tunnel that out and then just build the fill valve here and then detonate that and it should all just link through. He's got 4 pieces of scrap metal. Flooded building. Wait, what? How is the water flow suddenly surged? That usually only happens when you change something. That's really bizarre. I think one floodgate to control the flow of that's probably not enough. Yeah, there's suspension bridges here. So you got suspension bridges that basically span one place to another. So if you want to go like from here to here, and then you've got overhangs that are platforms that literally overhang something. So you can build them like that, an overhang. And don't forget, when they get on there, they can then build things down the side so they can drop things down. So if you're trying to build over a canyon, let's say this was really deep, you could build a suspension bridge over it, and then they could stand on here and drop stuff down that way. So they can drop, like, I don't know, fill valves or something, whatever you're trying to build down in the canyon. You can do it from above. Very useful. Actually, it might be easier from a build perspective if we do that. And then trash those levees and put platforms there. I've just extended their working day. Overtime, chaps, overtime. Yes, that's true. So suspension bridges you can walk on, platforms you can actually build stuff on. In fact, platforms, the overhangs are what you used to do a spiral staircase. Useful for doing grav batteries. Come on, no time for bed. Get building. Got 400 gears. Interesting that the plank supply just cannot keep up with that. I think we need more of these. We've got plenty of logs, so I think we need to build more of these. We build on this and get the power to it somehow. That and metal. Where's metal? Actually, what's our power like before I do this? Okay. Smelter. We don't really have a lot of scrap either. I thought 3 scrap metal guys was going to be enough. Are we through yet? Okay. That project's done. If we now build fill valve here. Wait. Do I have to like get rid of that? Is that going to collapse? Come on, high priority. Let's go. The only thing I'm concerned about if I set that to be 0.6, yeah, that should work. Because the water flows from here, from the main supply, fills this area up, and then it flows through there, and it comes out of here, and it leaves the map. If I allow this water to come into here, it will compete with that one. That one will keep stopping, and the water here is going to back up. Because it has nowhere else to go. At least I don't think it does. Yeah, this is the main water supply. And it flows through here, and then it goes up. Comes all the way up and comes out there. Now, in a drought, we kind of want to have water flow out of here, which I've done by setting that to 0.6. So this one should fill it up, and when there's a drought, that will go down, stop filling this, and then this can take over, is my theory. Right, that is built. Means we can now detonate that. And if we've got it right, that's now online. So that water here is now able to flow into here via that fill valve. So we should be a little bit more drought proof now, because we've got access to this block of water. The only thing we have to worry about is a bad tide. Hang on a minute. When there's a bad tide, doesn't the bad water come out of here? I can't remember. Jeez. Wait a second. No, it doesn't, does it? Good water comes out. The bad water can't come up here. So why would we want to... I don't think we want any synchronization, any weather automation on this. If you only want the water to area for the plants, I set the height to 0.5 to 0.7, which I did. During a bad tide, the water source valve will closed. During a bad tide, we shouldn't get bad water coming up here. The only place it comes from is here, but that now controls that anyway. So we don't need automation on here at all. Oh, I remember. It's because the bad water used to come along here. Which I don't think it does, because we blocked it all off. Yeah. Okay, that's a throwback. Because what used to happen is bad water would come down this channel, and it would backflow into here, so we shut it off in a bad tide. Which we don't really need to do anymore. So I think that can just stay at 0.8 all the time. Doesn't need automation. This one's the same. It doesn't need automation anymore. Or this one. This is the automation now. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Cool. I can fill what with clean water, Shadowstorm? This thing? Yeah, we could do. The problem is, like, it's tricky. Because what we've done is basically cap this. So there's only that area of water. When this goes bad, it will fill this. And it's literally got a lid on it above it. If we want good water to come up here, we'll also have to deal with the bad water when it comes out. So, I don't know. See, the other thing we could do is just detonate this back. Because I think this is all one level, isn't it? Yeah. So what we could do is just detonate all of this valley out here. And this water would flow into it. So we'd have even more green valley. Right, how's that little project going? How can you not be built? Come on, get over here and deal with it. Right, we're about to have a drought, so I'll wait till the drought before I detonate this, and then we can just fix it. Where will the bad water go? From what, Tupcho? Right. The drought has started. There's the water. If I build a line there, what map is this? It's called pressure. If I build a line here, presume that's enough space for the water to get in and go up. Should be. There you go. So it'll look like that. It'll come through here and then be squished up. Comes all the way up here. Right, pups. So it comes all the way up there, fills this bit here. And then it's a case of dealing with the water at that level. It's going to be at whatever level we want it. If it was at that level, it would flow into here. In fact, these gates will let it out at that level, won't they? I don't think we're going to have water up here. It's going to have to be at this level. Like that. That's going to be our water level. Anything else, we're going to have to get rid of the excess. Which means we might want to cap something through here. Or we just let it flow. That's going to... Might have to move all that stuff. Do we want to have all of this flooded? Might as well build triples. Right, that would give us coverage over that. That looks good. Although it would flood into this thing, that's the problem. We allow it out at that level. I think we'd have to do it in stages. Just have it at the lower level first and then bring it up to this level. Otherwise it's just going to flood everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can put a barrier there later. You probably want that for now. Which keeps the water level at this point, but not this point. Have you ever built a water dumping system for the bad tide? A water dumping system? As in what? Pumped it from one side and put it to the other? Or what do you mean by a water dumping system? Oh, these things here. We want to automate these, don't we? We want to say if there's a bad tide event, then it would be 0. There's not a bad tide event, then it would be unlimited. So that means when there's a bad tide, this shuts off completely. We don't want it. probably want to do the same for this, I think. If there's a bad tide, we just lock it. Don't let water in, don't let water out. Water dump and get the bad tide off the water map. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you do that all the time. I mean, by default, the map has that built in. I mean, basically, if you dump water, you can get the flow going, right? You can have water flowing if you dump it. So right now, I'd like to get rid of that, but it'll evaporate anyway. We'll leave that. It's probably useful. Right, this looks quite low to me. This upper dam is on 0.3. So I've set that to 0.5. So that should now keep that water back. This will be trying to let it through. This one should now allow water through here. Because... oh, not yet. Because that's on 0.7. Once it's on 0.6, this will flow. You can put a bad bond to pump worse, Cynic. Why the heck is all our treated planks gone? What's going on? We have a good supply of planks now, but a really bad supply of treated planks. I can't remember what the hut's called that makes treated planks. The wood workshop. Where is the wood workshop? There, we have one of them. Okay. Probably time to change that. Someone said you cap the treated planks by automation. I did. You can tell it's paused by automation. You can definitely tell that. There. Quantity less than 20. Scrap metal. That would explain it. I guess you need to review these numbers every now and again. Paolo, how you doing? I'm not sure if we use that. That's created a bit of employment. You needed planks last weekend, so you capped it, stopped them taking it. I remember now. The trouble is you forget to turn this stuff off. We also had this lumberjack on thing. Set reset. That's better. Right, now our metal should start to build up, which it is, and our planks have built up. So now we can build more tube stations. So I think we'll have another one over here. Let's see if we can link through from here to here. Do you know, I really want to get rid of these warehouses now. I know they're cheap platforms, but having that symbol there is just annoying. I'm going to have to jump over this thing. Is this a beaver survival game? Yeah, well. Yeah. It's not just survival. You've got to keep the beavers alive. It's more take control of a map. Grow your colony, deal with logistics. The main theme of the game is water, really. It's all about water. Because the game throws at you different cycles, like we're in a drought cycle right now. You can see at the top here, right up there. You can see we're in a drought, so there's no water flowing. And you've got to manage that because you've got to make sure you've still got enough water for your crops and to drink. Now, additionally, you will sometimes get a bad water event. Bad water is like a toxic water that you can't drink and will kill your crops. So you've got to control the flow of that water across the map so that it doesn't get into your good water. This is the bad water here. But you need bad water because you can extract things from it to make dynamite, and you use dynamite to change the map. You blow sectors of the map up. And additionally, you can use water flow to power buildings because you need power for your factories. House 1, house is not connected to the road. Yeah, I hadn't put the platform back yet. That's fine. So it's kind of logistics management as well. There are resources on the map that you need. Like you need a lot of wood, so you need to keep growing trees to get wood. But there are different kinds of trees. Like oak trees take longer to grow, but give you more wood in the end. Pine trees, you can easily let them grow and cut them down and use the wood, or leave them and get the pine resin. And with the pine resin, you can treat the wood to make treated wood, which you can build more advanced things with. So, you know, it's not just a survival game, is what I'm trying to say. Now, it will be easier if we go alongside of that. If the main theme is water, that would explain why they call it Timberborn, kind of like there's no snow and snow runner. I mean, the beavers, aren't they? Beavers, water, that's why they did it. Right. Yeah, beavers, timber, water, it's all related. Yeah, I mean, you do find yourself building dams because you need to control the water flow, so. Do the beavers sleep? Oh, yeah. So at the top right, you set their sleep cycle. So the blue is where they're basically at rest. You can crank up their working hours or reduce it and give them more freedom. So the other thing you need to manage as well is their happiness, which is on the top right, top left, sorry, the well-being. So the well-being average is 9, and you can see there are kinds of things that give you pluses and minuses. At the moment, I'm not really focusing on the well-being, but when you start to give them fun stuff like swimming pools and scratchers and detailers and that kind of thing, give them more variety of food, they start to get happier. And happier beavers work and run quicker as well, so they have tangible benefits. Yeah, so there's like a power wheel. When the water's flowing through here, that turns, powers that building. .24. That only just survives a drought, that area. It might survive better next time. I won't let as much water get out next time. Could do with a stick in here as well. Let's see what's going on with this lot. Yeah, look at that. You can see how much water that's pumped away. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Right, drought's ended, so the water comes back now. Look at that, that all dried out. My God. All that water drained away. That's insane. I think we may have to make this deeper if we're going to start using the water. Because that all went just in that one drought. All that got consumed here. So I think we need a bigger storage here. To do that, we're going to need deeper floodgates as well. Yes, if you drill down onto the map now, like this is flowing. This will be flowing water now. In fact, that should start to come up here, shouldn't it? What's that one? In theory, I might just want to shut this off now and let the water come up. But I don't know if we're ready for it yet. Not quite built this dam. You hollowed out that mountain in the middle for about 70% water and 30% bad water to power wheel. This is the beauty of this game, Jackie. Like, seriously. Given the same map, right? If you gave this map to like 100 players and then let them play it and then looked at what they'd done, it would be completely different every time. Like, my solutions compared to your solutions are completely different. Right, so how deep? Get that to there. We could channel this out. Just need to be careful about the water level. Because if we deepen this here, it won't go in as far. I'm not too worried about this crop anymore. Okay, we're going to need a lot of explosive now. How much have we got? 190. Jeez, is that it? Okay, well, we'll start down this end. You want to go 2 or go all 3? I suppose if we're going to do it, we might as well make it 3. We'll have more water storage down here. I think you wanted the automation set to season and not bad tied in the new water source valves. At the moment, I'm just letting the water leave the map until we're ready for it. Bad water underway, Shadow Storm. There's no bad water down here. Oh, hang on, you mean under here? Oh yeah, good point. Good point. That's a very good point. And go. That is really close, isn't it? Flipping heck. Where does all that come from? Is that just from... that one there? Okay, so I need to cut that off before I can do this. That changes everything, doesn't it? Okay, so for now, safely, I can't do a lot of this. Yeah, so we can detonate that and at least get more water capacity, can't we? Safely. Because we're not near that bad water, but we're going to have to go and deal with that, I think. Yeah, this one takes a lot longer to fill, doesn't it? Because It fills up at the same level that this fills back up. It takes it quite a while to get back up to speed, which is why we need to bring this other flow in. This one. Does the game tell you when the bad water and good water flows around the map? Yeah, it's an event. It's called a bad weather event, or bad tide event, specifically. Right, I'm going to start restricting this. We'll send, like, half of the water up. Got more or less got full control. Well, I remember when this game didn't really have bad water tides. It was just droughts or... It was just basically, originally, it was just fresh water or droughts. And you had to handle that. And then they brought in this idea of bad water, and then they started to have bad water tides. And that changed the game quite a lot. I just want to make sure we don't flood these buildings here. That's brought quite a lot of fresh water onto the map, that has. That's cool. It's taking a long time to fill up. Look at this. That's gone up to 0.68 over here. It's now allowing it to leave. It's quite a tricky management between these different sets of water, you know? I was so frustrated when they first released the bad water. Now it's boring without it. Yeah, I agree. When they first brought it in, it was just like, what is this? This is crazy. But then very quickly I thought, hang on a minute, this is an interesting dynamic that you really have to deal with. And then you get maps like this that also had explosives on them, which really are tricky. It's absolutely pouring through that. It's pretty good. We've got all this land that we could use for whatever now. We can, like, drop that level there. Dynamite that down one level. Big water supply. Is to get dirt extraction going soon? So really we need to combine this level, because this level downstream here is lower than this, which is lower than this. And if you want that water to fill this, which we kind of do, we're going to have to detonate this lot down. But that's going to be difficult with the bad water that's underneath this valley here. This lot. This needs to be dealt with. We need to block it off from filling. But even then, during a drought, it's going to take ages to get rid of that. Yeah, I know, no, dog. That's a real consideration on this map. Okay, there you go. That's now flowing. Nice. Potential power source there as well. Hey, Kermit. How's the beaver in? It's doing okay. We've got some degree of control going on. We've got good water supply, good food supply. Logs are good. Planks are good. Treated planks are not doing so well. I think we need more of them. It's like 3 hours to make one plank. It's ridiculous. Very awkward buildings. I wish you could get different shapes for the buildings, you know? Like different variations of the shape. So you can get things to fit properly. Time to reorganize. You can't though, can you? I think at some point we're going to have to reroute this tube around here a bit. Right. Where else do we want to get beavers to? That's finally filled up. Oh, dynamite, that's the thing. We're going to need lots of dynamite. 3 hours to make one. I think we may need more than that. Can we squeak him in if we move the door? Yes, we can. So that'll make more explosive. What's the power supply like? Oh, that's getting close. 2,800 out of 2,500. Your personal peeve is rooftop gardens. Why do they only fit on top of storages? The doorway entrance is often the real killer. Like, they do give you variations of it. Like with that one, if you press F, you can change the door. But why can't you have the door coming out the side? Or why can't there be one version of that that's rectangular? I don't know. Anyway. Because the devs didn't make it. Obvs. Captain Obvious. But why didn't they make it? That's the question. There's a lot of machinery inside that blocks it. Captain Flint, I'm going to let you into a big secret, mate. There's no machinery in there. What is the easiest way of dealing with this? No way. I bet you somebody did ask for it during early access. I bet you they did. If we get... see, a fill valve is effectively a one-way valve as well, isn't it? So I'm thinking... I want to get rid of all this bad water from here. And you can see that it flows this way because it comes up and then drops out of there. The fact that it comes up is entirely unnecessary. It's just the way the map was designed. It could just as easily come out and come that way. But if we put some one-way valves back here somewhere, like that, then when there's a drought, this will stop flowing and that will just drain out of there and it can't get back in because it's a one-way valve. So when the bad water ends, it can't ever come back that way. Above your 3x3 levee platform, there's another water source spilling out bad water. Is it really? What, here? No, there's not. Nope. Nothing there. That's just a blockage. There's no water source here. This is just... It goes down one to here. But that's just dead. Annoyingly, draining that will be a problem. A real problem. But it might just evaporate. But what I want to do is just stop this from filling up. If we can stop this from filling up, it will have a chance to go. I think what we want is a fill valve here. So we can effectively tunnel down and build it. I ain't doing that. There you go. That's what you want. Seems to be where we want it. Now, the water shouldn't come up, though, because the pressure is coming off at a lower level, so it won't come up here. So all we've got to do is get our guys up here, which we can do because we've already been up here before. There we go. Sounds cheesy, but could you kill the pressure and dump it off into the void or holding tank? Yeah. I mean, you can do that kind of thing. When you say the void, you mean you can dump it off the map. You can just reroute it. You just channel it. Okay, they're going to start building that. It's looking good over here. I think our first mine might be there. We got this going yet? Looks like that's now running. Where the heck is he going? Let's make that easier. There's one thing I like about these tubes. I love the way it lights up when you can see beavers traveling on it. That's better than the folktales one. That just looks cooler. They're taking a long time to build this stuff. Look at that. It's awesome. Right. I'd like to get the well-being up to 10. Let's have a look. What can we do for them? A scratcher. Sounds fairly cheap. Everybody likes a scratcher. A swimming pool. Requires access to water. Cordon lanes for swimming. I think we're almost at the point where we've got enough of a surplus. An exercise plaza. What, do they not get enough exercise? Are you kidding me? Structured group routines to build core strength and flexibility. Give me a break. A wind tunnel. So that requires 400 power. I thought we had a detailer. Apparently we don't have a detailer. We could definitely afford a detailer. 15 core. Yeah, we got all the materials for detailers. How big's that then? Oh, it won't quite fit. It won't fit because that's a stupid thing. If we destroy that, it'll break the flow back here. That's annoying. Going to the gym after coming back from work from construction site. Can you imagine? We've got to get rid of that. We can't leave that. These guys are lost. Like, well, we can't get back to our homes now. Literally, that one link, though, was footpathing all of this. All right, long days. Get this done. Custom patterns. No, that's not custom. Let's do that one. They're pretty neat. Okay, hopefully that should bring their happiness level up a bit once you start using them. Tattooing their tail makes them happy. Pretty much. That's what it is. It's the only fun they get, you know? I wonder if you can do that. I wonder if you could make a little squirrel logo for the beavers. Get a custom pattern on there. Be awesome. I think we can get this done. Means now we can get this done. Just take that one away. It should have been fine, but I don't want to risk it. We'll just go to there until we've dealt with this bad water. That'll give us more of a reservoir. There's definitely nothing underneath, is there? You just need a PNG in the folder. Yeah, it needs to be the right resolution and stuff, I suppose. I could do it. Let's fire up Photoshop. Are you going to replace all the sacrificial warehouses at some point? I really want to. They're really annoying. They're just so annoying, aren't they? These things. Oh, we could just have a little suspension bridge, couldn't we? No, we can't. Well, we can have one of them, but it takes iron as well because it needs strength. It's easy to do that. I think this is the area we need to drop down as well. Yeah, in the early game, Armin, warehouses are a lot cheaper. Like, if you want to build a platform, it's 6 planks. Whereas if you put down a small warehouse, it's 3 logs. Now that, in the early game, that is a significant difference. Because not only do you need fewer resources, but logs are much easier to get than planks. Much easier. And the only downside to it is that you're just left with this stupid symbol. Building is empty, you know. So it's just, you know, whatever you put here, you're going to end up with an icon. So eventually you kind of come back and go, meh. Let me just get rid of this. I would like to drop this a level, to be honest. Trouble is, can't reach this stuff yet. Actually, I think the easiest thing, rather than doing that, because that's just pointless. What we're better off doing is dropping them down. Is it worth building a throwaway suspension bridge? I don't know. In theory, we want to go down 2 levels, not 1. If we're going to do it, might as well drop both levels. Well, the cheap version is small warehouse. Small warehouse. Spiral staircase. That's your cheap version. And then they can get into there and just put all that down. We need to get them into here as well, really. The idea is so you can cross the river. Yeah. Don't think you specifically need to cross the river yet. Do that for now, just so they can still get around. Anyway, it's going to be a while because the dynamite production needs to kick off. There's a lot of dynamite going down. We've got 7 unemployment now. Mostly in the hauling post. We've got more beds, so we could add another few peeps to the mix. Maybe make that 115. And 3D print some more beavers. Look at that, 0 children. Yes! It's like being on an adult cruise. No kids! Oh god, that is well empty. What's going on here? Where's all the extract gone? We just don't have enough pumps? Oh no, that's the, wait a minute, that's the extract. It's that one. Was it all gone? Oh, we're using it on dynamite, that's why. The bigger dynamite uses the extract, doesn't it? Yeah, there you go. That's where it's all gone. Blimey. I can't even build another one. We don't have enough power here. Look at the power supply. 107, demand 150. Rip. I feel like the flow is really reduced here. I feel like something's changed. What's changed? This is not flowing very well because this is getting severe priority. You know, it might be better if we funnel that one out that way and funnel this one out this way. And then we don't have this conflict zone. Because that would allow that to flow at a better rate, I think. The thing we can do is detonate that and build a second wheel. Might have to do that. Annoyingly, just getting over here is more difficult now because of that. We don't have a fill valve. We have floodgates. But if you look at the level, there's no restriction on the flow here at all. That lake can flow at full speed. We could put a steam engine here, but then somebody would have to bring it water and wood, and we can just get free power from a wheel. Yeah, I think the cross junction is the problem. So what we could do is take out some stuff here. We need to tunnel around there, really. Let's just... go through here. Do that. Build that bar. I should allow the axle to sit on it. 1, 2, 3. Should do it, I think, although they can't reach that. Meh. We need temporary platforms just so they can get there. More building projects. Most of the stuff now needs dynamite, that's the problem. Right, how do we make that into 2 separate flows? That's the question. It's the most economical way to do it. Loaded building. Yeah, not worried about that. Hello, Booper. Yo. I always tell when there's a schmacko been brought in because she gets so excited. So excited to jump up because she wants a little treat. Oh, yeah. There we go. What's a furry streamer? This is a furry streamer right here. Bonnie is a furry streamer. You know, you are meant to chew it a little bit. Yeah, you last one now. Right. That's it. You're done. You are done, little girl. That's all your schmacko gone. No more. Is that Pepper barking? He's so grumpy. Go on, go and play with her. Oh, Peter. Yes, I think these are all throttled on extract now, probably. Yeah, they are. Yikes. Didn't see that bottleneck coming. They won't need extract. Oh, they do. Oh, rip. Right, we need that built ASAP so we can get some more extract going. The outflow is a problem. The pond would fill up. The inflow to the water field is too weak. So you think it's this? Let's see. This comes from here. Which is pushed in from here. Ah, its power's being split. There's the source, and its power goes that way. Where does that go? Okay, so half of its power's going into this thing. Okay, right, I see what's going on here. Interesting. Interesting. So this is being filled up. So really, most of this is actually flowing that way, and it's going down that channel, joining that fresh water and leaving. So actually, if we was to cap this off, all of the power would go that way. That's a dead end, and all of it would flow to the lake. So we really need to kind of get over here and do something about this. That is here. That's not a million miles away. Wait a minute. Does this come up and then down? This is coming into here. They're separated, so it goes up. It goes up here and then down that hole, doesn't it? So we can control it from here. We can control... Well, we control either. Either the input or the output or both. And luckily for us, there's a drought coming. Which means this is about to stop. So this will drain away. We can get in here and put something here. We could put some valves on it. And a lid. Okay. That's not going to work, is it? Right, they can't get here, so we can start building it. Project Cat V2. Comes in from there, doesn't it? But the only thing we need to do is put the fill valve. Ideally, you want the fill valve like here, but we can't get to it to build it. So we could just stick it here. And that seals it off, I think. So once we make it so they can come this way, they can build that. Once that staircase is done, they can build that. Now, do we want to control the outflow or just leave it, do you think? I think we just leave it for now, because we can just cap it later if we want to do something. Once we can control the input, we can stop it and deal with something. Do we need this lake? Well, this is super important. This is our header tank at the moment. Now, once that bad water's gone, we could use this as a extra body of water. But we'd have to plug that hole, because that basically goes down a sinkhole to here. That's a dead end, I think. No, it's not. That is a dead end. This water basically flows along here. And then it goes this way and leaves the map. That's our water supply that used to push as well. But this basically goes along here and then pushes upwards and leaves the map here. So that bad water flows from that corner of the map all the way down here. It's crazy. Like the water source is under here.
I can't wait for Transport Fever 3.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. But once we block that off, this thing, all of its power is going to come this way. Which means it's going to come flying through here. And then it's going to come flying through that. It's going to come flying down here. So it could get interesting. It could get very interesting. Ideally, you'd want a fill valve there so you can control, or a throttle valve so you can throttle the rate. There's another bad water source in that tunnel that floods if you cap the source you're trying to manage now. Learned it the hard way. I think the one you're talking about we already dealt with, if you mean this one. You mean this one, which we already dealt with here? Or do you mean a different one? Yeah, that we dealt with that one a while back. So we're all good, I think. Are they still not built this? What are they doing? What? Oh, come on, game. Come on. Give me a break. All that time not realizing that was disconnected. Six injured beavers, 3 on staff buildings. Building lacks goods. Building lacks power. There you go, they're coming through here now. Okay, building this just as we're about to get a drought. Nope. That stopped the wheel. Now, hopefully, they will build that one before they build that one and not be stupid. Do really, really, really want to put fill valves here or something, a throttle valve. See if you could put those there. You could control the flow if it's too much, you could slow it down. Why is the power measured in horsepower? Wouldn't it make more sense to have beaver power? I don't know, maybe beavers used horses to measure their power originally. They obviously used to ride horses. It is funny though, like, technically speaking, we should be talking about kilowatts. But nobody really understands kilowatts. Like, everybody understands horsepower for cars and stuff, don't they? But kilowatts is like this ethereal number. You still need to turn into the tunnel in the corner to new water wheel. Yep. I was going to let myself get through here so I could put a throttle valve here. Was the master plan. Put that there. And then put that there. Just trying to squeak through there. M. Hoffman, thank you for 72 months.
I'd love to see a squirrel playing a beaver using a horse skin Ross.
Oh, look at these little... Look at this. Look at these little scratches. And these detailers. Unable to get required materials. Oh, it needs extract. Of course it does. We've built these detailers, but right in the middle of an extract crisis. It's like, oh, we're releasing a new Steam controller thing, but right in the middle of a memory crisis. We didn't connect the pass-through tunnel because it didn't exist a minute ago. So my thought is we then have a throttling valve here. Along there like that. I think they need a platform before they can build it. Then we control the input. How is that still too far? It's too far from a district. Literally isn't. RAM is still crazy, Tuscan, yeah. RAM is just nuts. Oh, it's just because of platforms, right. Okay, they'll figure it out. Low limit, unlimited. At least that way, if all hell breaks loose when the bad water comes back, we can at least control the flow. Here's a question. Why is the bad water stopped? Hang on a minute. No. Seriously, why is the bad water stopped? We're not in a drought. Oh, we're in a drought. No, drought approaching. Why is it stopped? Something's wrong. It's all going that way. That's so weird. I don't get that. I didn't make any changes yet, so why is this suddenly changed? Right, here we go. Yeah. I mean, PC prices are nuts. Like, Valve have already said the Steam thing's going to be more expensive now. Has your flow changed with the fresh water coming up through the overall pressure underneath? I don't think so. I do hope. Oh, we got a 6-day drought. Flipping heck. Flipping heck. Okay, well, we've got some extra water here. Not that we can do very much with it, but, you know. They've not finished that yet. They've not finished that yet. And we can't make extract because we have no power. Maybe we do just slap a steam engine down. And then we've got bad power, even in a drought. Yeah, we can't do 6 days without any extract. That's insane. We're going to have to build something quickly. Right, do that first. I mean, I think they've finished it. Which means we can now get rid of this stuff. I don't know if that would help it or not. Glad you built your current desktop right before the price spikes, yeah. I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon either. Thing is, with an improved flow of bad water through here, is this going to be able to cope with it? Well, let's assume we've got at least 2 years of AI data center expansion, right? Before the bubble bursts on the whole thing. The RAM you bought for your rig was 129 32 gig DDR5. It's now 649. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Like 32 gigs of second-hand laptop RAM is 200 quid. New, it's 500. Bonkers. You wonder how big of a burst it'll be? I think it'd be quite big. The more edges the water moves over, the faster the flow is. The more edges it moves over. No, I've not finished dynamiting. I'm trying to think what I was doing now. This was one project. Okay, this is going to need logs and water nearby. It's got the logs. Doesn't have the water. Okay, now they're currently centrifuge on is pausing it, probably because of a bad water, I think. Hang on, which one is that one? There you go. So if it's the reservoir comes on, if it's not a drought. So it won't, in theory, matter because we've already got power 24/7 now. Just set it off for now. Pass through. What does that do? Automation loop, brilliant. Well, we'll just have it pass through until we change the logic. Are they building the cover the bad water hole? No, they're not. Thank you. That's what I was doing. That was the project I was trying to think. There you go. This is what we need. That should allow them to do this ASAP. We've got 4 days to get that built. You've been to see how Windows 12 subscriptions go. I mean, this is the thing, like Microsoft has been trying to add AI into Windows, right? Now they've started to back it out because users don't want it. But AI computation is not free. You know, it's costing Microsoft a lot of money. Now, right now, they're running on investment money to do it. But there's going to come a time when, like you say, if you want to use AI and it's baked into your OS, they're going to want you to pay for that. You're going to have to pay for that. It's computation somewhere. And nobody's going to pay for this. Target height 0. There we go. That's now shut. That is now done. Do we want to do anything with this while we're here? Which way does that even go? Goes either way. That was a dead end. Is that dead end? Nope. That drops away. Yeah, it's not quite a dead end. It's been evaporating for quite a while. But if we want to control it leaving, we need to stop it going out that way. Can't build it though. If we build it here, we need to put levees on it and get rid of that box. Okay, we'll let them build them too, and then we'll detonate that. Oh, it's F1. Oh, crikey. Jeez, I lost track of the time. Thank you. 15, day 18. Right, chaps, we're going to take a little break here. Going to go and watch the F1. It should be about 2 hours' time, unless things overrun. So, in theory, I'll be back here at 4 o'clock, and it's 2 o'clock now. I'll be back at 4-ish when the F1 ends. Enjoy the break. Enjoy the F1 if you're watching. If you're not watching it, enjoy your lunch or whatever you're doing. I'll be back in about 2 hours' time. Bye for now.